Women, as in the case of small thefts, the imagination of a gun against a president who only sits on the president, and the men take a taxis to the president. No exit from the garage was the result of gunmen's attacks. The women's driving skills are not good because he is the president's close protection. On the vehicle, men are to explain to the president that he is being killed by a climate satellite while also destroying the global climate. Voice, building aerosol attacks and explosions occurred. Real electricity is attacking entire cities. At present, the danger is too high for the protections to come to light and quickly killers. It was also followed that the vehicle was being carried out under the bridge with a technical and gunpowder. However, the bridge is being met with a bathing of the wire at a time when the parties are suspended. Taxis are just being used as gunmen, and they are not thought to hide behind. Finalization of the garage 108 miles of origin and their arrival at the president have not yet responded, and the driver of the gunman has been shot down and then has been prepared to leave. Keeping the driver behind his car, then moving himself up without thinking that he was not the counterpart of the body, and when she had reacted, she was left to the top of the ladder. Turning to the circles, we would like to make a final job. He was directly vented by smoke, and the taxis were safe to leave. At this point, the real black hands are the Secretary of State, who is the president. The road must be picked up with a hand down of rockets from reserve boxes. Unaccompanied taxis, Secretary of State destruction. The Secretary of State is not reassured and wishes to confirm himself. However, abruptly after his presence, the president and men then went to his immediate presence. At this time, the president and the Secretary of State have 4 objectives, half an hour each other, not to believe in their own eyes. Daily Secretary of State working together. How can this be done to know that there is a burying in front of the car? Welcoming the imagination in the comment area. 4-day satellites. The Earth's climate is being broken, and the desert, which was otherwise radically peaceful, has been hit by a volatile tsunami. Worse, NASA saw geological storms downtime, not less than 10 minutes. At this time, the president is required to personally import fingerprints and face identification in order to re-establish the system for the elimination of the virus. Space monitoring station reopening, dressing, running to control rooms. The self-destructive space monitoring stations is taking place. At this time, core elections it has ceased, with the Czech general engineer being forced to wear the bunker, and astronauts continue to run for the control room. Global geological storms at this time are less than 3 minutes. On the ground, extreme weather occurs in the last 2 minutes when the Czech Republic finally came to control, with a new version of the input back to the cranes launching of the satellite network in collaboration with the 2 people. The monitoring station system has finally re-energized the satellite into normal global geological storms. It is also gratifying for those on the ground to be relieved of the Czech laugh, but they do not think about the self-destruct procedures of the space monitoring station. The last phase, and the inability to prevent, is a source of concern about the presence of 2 cosmonauts, 2 of whom have been bombed instantaneously to the outer class monitoring station, which has also become fully visible. What is the Secretary of State's knowledge of the clear use of the virus to control the space monitoring station is now converted into space debris. If these space debris is not cleaned up in comment areas, will it be? Czech women with a vision of space production, a lack of experience in space, are good enough to take advantage of their breaking strands of the crisis and come to a good stream. A sudden demonstration of the emergence of an internal Czech skillful satellite earthworker lighting is a signal of demand. All have turned their eyes to the screens, looking forward to miracles, linking them to shuttles. Aircraft. Almost close to this bright spot, shuttles will soon follow the satellite and, through the glass window, see each other's recognition of what is happening. The Czech shuttle provides an interface. 2 people were finally rescued. People on the ground received feedback, and all returned to the atmosphere of happiness, a pleasure for men to take the president directly into account. Together, they were embarrassed and can only be stolen. At this time, the weather on the ground is also normal, and seawater is being withdrawn. The cyclone is also dissipated. The shuttle was finally returned to the ground, and the president himself traveled to the airport, where 2 heroes ended. If you have better films, can be recommended for next reading. Expression of gratitude.